in your personal opinion, was it sustainable? Has it been sustainable all through, or do you get to, you know, points where there's a high season, there's a low season? Do such factors affect you when it comes to, you know, your career?
Yes, definitely. There's times where you have a peak, and there's times when the business is not as, you know, blooming as much as the start. So like from the start of the year, of course, you have people who, all right, new year, new me, let's do this.
Yes.
So you have like a boom there, and you know it goes all the way down. And then the slower times, I would say, is at the end of the year. December, persons go for holidays and so on. I would still have some clients at that point, but you know they take a break, and
Yeah.
from January then people are.
And we are just reeling back from a global pandemic.
Yes.
So how was your experience, especially with your clients? And I understand it hit a lot of people mentally, not just
Yes.
physically.
Yes.
So now it's a bit difficult to get motivated. Maybe you're dealing with the illness or a loved one. So how did you navigate those times, and has it gotten better?
Yeah, well, for those times, the business had gone really slow. I could remember at one point I only had one client, but that was okay.
Oh, just one?
Just one at that point.
Oh.
Yeah, because the gyms had closed. So, and then, of course, we weren't able to go to people's houses and stuff. And I wasn't fully online as yet, so that hampered my business. So that prompted me to be more online, have a bigger online presence and offer my services there. So after that, business had picked up since, and I do offer a lot of online coaching. So I do coach persons all over right now, in Kenya, online, in the US, in the Caribbean. So I do have a good online platform right now, thanks to COVID for that, because before that, I would not have seen myself as an online coach.
True.
Because I'm more of a people person, so I prefer to deal with persons, you know, one-on-one, but it was a blessing, I should say.
In disguise.
In disguise.
Yeah.
So now I'm able to have online coaching and in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has gotten better.
And what would you say are some of the challenges you've encountered? Because I think it's been now 12 years in Kenya doing fitness and wellness.
No, well, my business started 12 years ago, but permanently in Kenya, it's been 5 years. Yes.
So now in the 12 years you've been in the industry, what would you say have been the challenges you've encountered, especially as a woman in such a male-dominated space?
It's always, of course, the naysayers of, oh, you can't do this, or you're too young to do this. I mean, I'm not as young as I look, but there's always the scrutinization of, are you sure you know what you're doing? And that can go back to even for myself personally, working out in the gym. People look at me and like, are you sure you can do that exercise? So in terms of offering this service, like, no, this is for men. Men are the ones who do this type of job. And so these are some of the challenges that I've faced, but I've been able to overcome them. Yes.
Okay. And when it comes to nutrition, I understand, or rather I'd like to give props to, I think, Kenyans. Sometimes we do take our nutrition seriously. What has been the journey, especially when it comes to recommending the types of food to eat? I grew up in a household where there was no balance, especially when it comes to the plate presentation.
Yeah.
There was really no balance. It was just usually starch, and maybe protein and some veggies. So it's kind of ingrained in me. This is how I grew up. A lot of people grew up, it's just bananas, rice, ugali, and that kind of thing on rotation. So now changing the mindset of a person who grew up in such a household, how has that been?
So honestly, it's about introducing, or not slowly introducing different ways of having the same foods that you love. So with my clients, I don't try to have them change everything cold turkey.
Yeah.
It's enjoying what you love in different portion sizes, and then slowly introducing now newer foods and teaching them the importance of having different foods, because it's important for your gut health. It helps your gut health, understanding that, or knowing that these foods are going to help your gut health, different foods, and not having the same things all the time. And just getting that energized feeling from having different foods and realizing, hey, I can be nourished with different foods as long as, you know, I have the correct portions, the correct amounts that I need to have. Yeah, but I will say in Kenya as well, as opposed to the Caribbean, fresh fruits and vegetables are so readily available and easily accessible, as opposed to being on the west side. And there are more or less much more affordable. And so my clients, they don't mind going to try different things because they can access them and they can afford them. Yeah, so